Do you want to become a copywriter and you're wondering what do they do whole day? Then you're in luck. This video, we are going to tell you all about the day in the life of a copywriter. We interviewed Alix on the How Real Life Works podcast, and she shared with us how her day looked like, what are her tasks, and what kind of meetings she had, and what decisions she has to make as a copywriter. Furthermore, she also talked about what are the challenges of being a copywriter, and that's what you're going to hear in this video. This is How Real Life Works, a channel where we talk about all the things that the school doesn't teach you.
So you wake up, what happens then? In other words, what exactly is that you do on a day-to-day basis?
Definitely wake up, have a coffee, have a walk. In terms of work setting, I would go in, check emails, see what's going on. We have like Slack or the equivalent Teams, whatever your kind of messaging program is. Keeps us all connected, especially in these times. Traditionally, then, let's say a typical day might be there's a briefing. So you'd have a few folks in a meeting. There's a new project that's just kicking off. Someone in that meeting will give us, the creative team, sort of like, this is what we need to do. We need to launch it across email, website, social, and a video, and we tell the world all about what it does because this is such a great product. And then that would just be sort of a discussion of like what needs to be done and like where we need to do it in our timelines. So that could be sort of like one meeting. There's also perhaps something that's more like transactional copywriting. So if there's like a promotion that's going on, there's like say we're reducing sort of pricing towards something. How do we create an email that's offering something really great to our customers, our guests, but don't say the word discount because that makes it sound sort of like almost tacky and less sort of valuable. So it's sort of like thinking about words and language that makes it still quite a premium experience, but in like a promotion offering. So sometimes it's more transactional thinking and like and playing in that space. And then sometimes we might just jump on a call and have like a half an hour brainstorming session about things and ideating research and discussion around things. Something that's been really prominent in my day-to-day has been diversity inclusion talks and just like thinking around how we can make language and our brand work more inclusive and less exclusive and making sure that we're saying the right words to the right people. So that's also sometimes part of my day.
You mentioned the word concepting or conceptualizing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like the high level. You describe the high level. What is it that you do?
Yeah.
And how actually do you get from the idea or from the assignment to actually putting the final words on a paper?
We would put together sort of like a presentation board, and that could, another word for that is deck, or presentation, a deck, sort of a mood board, a slideshow that basically says what's the problem, what we're trying to do, what's the main message that customers need to learn about what we're trying to say. So like if they were to look at one sort of thing, what would they take away really quickly if they were to look at that? Like what's that, that click? And then we'd put together our proposal. So that would be, our idea is like the best pant in the world, let's say, because we've realized like these are pretty good pants. So our creative idea that has come from concepting is the best pants in the world because it makes it exciting. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot it in. And this is, we put together all our ideas on like where we're going to shoot it in like a really sunny setting. So it looks really like sparkly and fun and exciting. And like the sun makes everyone happy. So it kind of reiterates that idea of like this bestness, if you could say. And then like lighting direction, sort of some messaging ideas, like ideas around language we might use to talk about it. What are the main points that support this is the best pant in the world? Like why are we saying it is, to back it up so that people believe us. And then sort of like, that's our sort of recommendation. And we put that forward to our creative director and they'd give us feedback and be like, yay, nay, change that, awesome, tweak that. And that's how it comes to life.
What would you say is the most challenging aspect of being a copywriter?
I would say the most difficult is, one being you have to think of loads of things in your end result. There's lots of things to think about, whether it's word count, whether it's like, is this being inclusive and diverse enough? Is this solving the problem? Is this in the brand tone of voice? Does it sound like, the brand it's coming from or the person you're writing for? So there's so many layers to that sort of one piece of communication that can be quite tough to like get into that practice and get really good at. And then secondly, I would say I found it really difficult just finding my place in the work world. I think that's a big part of, being in like an environment that isn't just like school or in your own personal life, but being a professional in an environment where they're paying you to do something and there's lots of things around just showing up to work every day as an employee, I think that's probably second to it.
What is the most recent challenge that you couldn't overcome when it comes to copywriting? Or did you ever get an assignment where you were like, I cannot think of anything? Did you ever get that block?
Oh, the old writer's block. I think a challenge. I think I get writer's block often. I'm trying to think of how I can add value to this question because it's common, but there's always something I can write, but it doesn't mean it's going to be good. Like I'll always write something and I'll be like, oh, when I look back at it like 2 minutes later, I find that like it's never good straight away. Or if it is, it's like a whim. It's often like put loads of stuff down, take a break, have a walk, come back. Is that good? Is that, like it's hard sometimes just to get it straight away. And it's like with anything, it's not always natural. You might have a bad day. You might have slept rubbish. There's loads of things that affect someone's mind and thinking and creativity. But a challenge, I would say, I find it's difficult to sometimes be really creative or put an idea into something that just needs you to be really direct. And I think this is just like a personal, sometimes I want to make it bigger than it is. And it actually is just say what you need to say. So I think that's a personal challenge of mine to like sort of know when to put all my energy and creativity into something and then when not to, and just to like do what is asked of me, just say what it is because that's all that's needed. So I think that's a personal challenge.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever had something where you said, no, this is not, I cannot do it?
I don't think that's an answer. I don't think it's an answer I could give. I think you just have to do it. There's always a way, and you have to kind of learn how to find that solution for someone, because if you're up against deadlines or someone needs that copy from you or that communication, or if you're putting something into a video, the answer, there isn't a no answer. It just has to be done because businesses rely on it going out to their guests and customers.
Thanks for watching the video. Now that you know about the day in the life of a copywriter, are you interested in becoming one? Tell us in the comment section below. If you are a high school student and you want to start on content creation, but you're not sure how to do it, why don't you join our team and we can figure it all out together? We can teach you all about YouTube video making as well as podcast recording. Just click on the CTA form in the description and we will get in touch with you in no time. Last but not least, if you like this video and you want more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe and follow our YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell. See you next time. Bye.